Kimberly's a business management major with a minor in computer science from Germany. Her plans are to pursue her Master's of Science in Data Analytics. Up next, we have Lauren Mule, parents Martin and Jennifer. Lauren's a psychology major from Hudson, North Carolina, and she plans to go to grad school or get a job. And last but not least, we have Elizabeth Bowman, parents David and Alice. Liz is a business and sports management major from Lexington, North Carolina. She plans to continue her education at Lenoir-Rhyne and using her extra year to continue swimming. All right, let's give one more big round of applause for all the senior Bears.
All right, there you saw the Senior Day ceremony, and I'd like to apologize there. We had a bit of a internet issue in the middle there, but it is resolved now, so we should be good to go the rest of the way today as the Bobcats of Lees-McRae have made the trip down to Hickory to take on the Bears in a dual meet today on this Friday afternoon. Eric Bach, glad you're with me on the Bear Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. As I said, we will be talking to all 6 of the seniors here on the Bear Sports Network. We have this camera set up, and they will be down there after they race during the breaks. And looking forward to talking to the 6 of them. They are John Ryan, Jacob Green, and William Sisko on the men's side, Kimberly Scheiber, Elizabeth Bowman, and Lauren Mule on the women's side. So, our first event here is the 400-yard medley relay. Women up first. As we're getting ready to roll. both of these teams, LR and Lees-McRae, have been successful recently. The Bears have both of the Bluegrass Mountain Conference Swimmers of the Week. As the season is really getting rolling here into the spring months of 2022. Had a few competitions before the new year, but the meat and potatoes, if you will, of the season are coming up down the stretch here into February and March. But Kimberly Scheiber, who is one of the seniors, was named the Bluegrass Mountain Conference Swimmer of the Week on the women's side. And Spencer Ashby, graduate student for the Bear men, who is not this is his final year of eligibility, but he's not celebrating his senior day today because he already did that last season and then decided to come back and use that COVID year. So got the got the 400-yard medley relay coming first. So it'll be women first, men second today with all the events. So got the women's 400-yard medley relay first, then the men's, and then the women's 200-yard freestyle, and then the men's 200-yard freestyle. That's kind of what's first up on the docket here. Today and tomorrow are two of the only two home meets this year for the LR swimming program. Obviously, Lees-McRae today. And then Queens, Powerhouse Queens. The Royals come in here tomorrow afternoon. That start time for that meet has been changed, by the way. So if you were planning on a 10 a.m. start tomorrow for the LR and Queens duel, it's been pushed back to 1 p.m. because of potential weather, to give Queens a little bit more time to get here and for the snow to melt, if there is any. So the 400-yard medley relay, you see Kimberly Scheiber leading things off for the Bears. It's Kimberly Scheiber, Lisa Bornigan, Kiana Taylor, and Liz Bowman. That team is on the top lane there for Lees-McRae. It's Guillermina Wrench, Fanny Corbett, Anna Johnson, and Taylor Simmons. And then for LR, the B team, Grayson Breedlove, Carly Godfrey, Dana Watson, Lauren Mule. They're the closest lane to you. So you see Scheiber and Wrench neck and neck right there as we're rolling in our first event. They're into the backstroke on this leg. And Lisa Bornigan, who has been to the national championship meet last year for the Bears, is in the water, along with Fanny Corbett, as they're into the breaststroke now. Lees-McRae holds a slight lead right now, as we're less than halfway through this opening event, 400-yard medley relay in this 25-meter pool here inside of the Schuford Athletic Center. Bornigan has overtaken Corbett here just by a slight margin. And Kiana Taylor for the Bears in the water. And for Lees-McRae, it's Anna Johnson. But the Bears have opened up about a half body length lead here. This will be an interesting meet today because the two teams have been on such similar paths recently, but Kiana Taylor has opened up the biggest lead of the day for the Bears. And it's comfortable for LR. As Liz Bowman, one of the seniors being honored today, finishing things off with her freestyle. This is the same foursome that just broke the 800 freestyle relay record back in December at the Spartan Invite. So this is a team that knows each other well, that has worked well together. Obviously, it's a record-breaking group. And Liz Bowman touches, and the Bears take the first event. Final time, 4 minutes, 5 seconds. Lees-McRae in second with 4 minutes and 9 seconds. So about 4 seconds behind is the LRB team, and Lauren Mule is finishing up here. So a good start for the Bears as they take the first event here in this dual meet. So they'll cool off now. So a good senior day start for two of the three LR women's seniors, Scheiber and Bowman. Now it's the boys' turn. Jacob Green, Micah McRae, John Ryan, Spencer Ashby. The team, obviously, if you know about LR swimming, you know Micah McRae's name. Hickory native, All-American. Was the LR Male Athlete of the Year last year. For Lees-McRae, it's Chase Davis leading things off. Then Carson Cross, Stephen Bandy, and Thomas Ware are the foursome. And off we go in the men's 400-yard medley relay with Jacob Green. One of the seniors today for the Bears starting things off in the backstroke. It's a good start for Green. Full body length lead after the first 50 meters. So it's in this 25-meter pool, it's each swimmer goes down and back twice. So 100 meters each gets you to 400 meters, and Green, who is a very strong backstroker, is off to a good start ahead of Chase Davis for Lees-McRae, and now the All-American Micah McRae. is in the water doing the breaststroke. There he is. Hickory native. Has been coached by head coach Paul Schiffel since he was a small child here in this very pool. So backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, freestyle. And John Ryan, one of the other seniors being honored today, now in the water for his butterfly. There he is. Spencer Ashby waits next after Ryan finishes this length of the pool. And there he is. So a good leg of that race for John Ryan on his senior day. And now Spencer Ashby in his signature event, the freestyle, getting ready to finish off the win in this event for the Bears, who are almost an entire pool length ahead of Lees-McRae. You see the two crossing there. And Spencer Ashby finishes off a dominant Bear win in the men's 400-yard medley relay. An even 3 minutes and 30 seconds for the LR team. Lees-McRae comes in 17 seconds later, 3:47.99. So a good win for the Bears there in that one. As you take a look at Ashby finishing things off, all the replays on the Bears Sports Network presented by MBA Roofing. So now we have the women's 200-yard freestyle. So 8 lengths of the pool here. Got Madeline Blackwell for LR in lane 1. Guillermina Wrench for Lees-McRae in lane 2. Liz Bowman for the Bears in lane 3. Tate Abbott in lane 4 for Lees-McRae. Kayana Taylor in lane 5 for the Bears. Lauren Mule in lane 6. So a slight lead for Lees-McRae, and Tate Abbott is in front right now. Second place is Kiana Taylor. You see Abbott there in lane 4, right in the middle. And she has continued to stretch that lead. The sophomore from High Point, Tate Abbott. Two Bears come in second, but Tate Abbott is the winner in the girls' 200-yard freestyle. 158.35 for her. Kiana Taylor in second. 203.44. Liz Bowman in third. Blackwell in fourth, and Wrench in fifth for Lees-McRae. So the first win of the day for the Bobcats belongs to Tate Abbott here in the 200-yard freestyle. So now it's the men's turn. Trey Cisco in the far lane 1, one of the seniors today. Thomas Ware for Lees-McRae in lane 2. Jacob Green, another senior today in lane 3. Chase Davis, lane 4. And Micah Grigg down here, closest to us in lane 5. So off we go. Men's 200-yard freestyle. So just to recap so far, LR took both the women's and men's 400-yard medley relay, and Tate Abbott for Lees-McRae was the winner in the girls' 200-yard freestyle. So this is our fourth swim of the day so far, men's 200-yard freestyle. Jacob Green, the fastest bear in this event, the seed time of 1:41.63. You see him down there in lane 3, right in the middle, ahead of the pack comfortably. Grigg in second place right now. His seed time about 7 seconds behind his teammate Green, as they have one more pass here. So Grigg with the white cap here in the near lane 5. Jacob Green, senior out of Louisville, North Carolina, wins the men's 200-yard freestyle here inside Shuford Pool. 150.81 for Jacob. So now the sprint, girls 50-yard freestyle coming up. So here we go in the sprint, down and back in the 50-yard freestyle. And Lucia Rucci from Lees-McRae wins it. 25.74 seconds for her. Second was Scheiber from LR, just about half a second behind her. So back and forth we go. Bears won the 200-yard freestyle. And the Bobcats took the 50-yard freestyle. Lucia Rucci gets that done, and now Spencer Ashby's race coming up here, looking to qualify for nationals in this event. The all-out sprint, 50-yard freestyle. You see Spencer in lane 3, and here we go. It's Cooper Hoagland from Lees-McRae in lane 2. Cooper Gobble in lane 4. Corden Schrum from LR in lane 5. Caleb Edson in lane 6 for Lees-McRae. Ashby ahead of the pack. And he will cruise to a win today in the 50-yard freestyle. 21.82 for Spencer Ashby. So now it is the girls' 400-yard individual medley. This is the last event before the first break. Off we go now in the girls' 400-yard individual medley. So they start with the butterfly. It's Anna Harshaw in lane 1 for the Bears. Fanny Corbett in lane 2 for Lees-McRae. Lisa Bornigan, this is one of her big signature events for the All-American. In lane 3, Mary Palmer, freshman from Lees-McRae in lane 4. And Isabel Hurd from LR in lane 5. You see Lisa, junior from Germany, who has already made her mark on LR women's swimming. Don't forget, we've got conversations coming up with the 3 seniors on LR women's swimming right here on the Bears Sports Network. So make sure you don't miss that. As Bornigan's into the backstroke now. See how far ahead she is. One more length of the backstroke. Bornigan just blowing out the field right now. It's a much closer race for second place, but Isabel Hurd currently in second place, just ahead of Corbett for Lees-McRae, but it's very close as Bornigan is now into the breaststroke. These are, especially in the 25-yard pool where there's obviously double the amount of turns, just the endurance is so impressive for these swimmers, especially the ones that do it at the level that Lisa Bornigan does. Corbett has jumped ahead of Isabel Hurd for second place. Lisa Bornigan down and back one more time into her freestyle, the fourth swim of this event. She's about to lap the Lees-McRae swimmer there, as you see. Corbett securely in second. Anna Harshaw has moved into third place, just slightly ahead of her teammate Hurd. So last length here for Bornigan. So we lost our camera. Working on that real quick. There it is. Just in time to see Lisa Bornigan finish in first place in the 400-yard individual medley. Another dominating performance for the All-American. So Corbett finishes second, Hurd in third, and it was a very close finish between third and fourth as Hurd finished third, 4:59.50, ahead of her teammate Harshaw, 5 minutes, 0.68 seconds. As Mary Palmer from Lees-McRae finishes up. So the Bears take 3 out of the 4 top places in the girls' 400-yard individual medley, led off by Lisa Bornigan. So now time for the men. Just 3 swimmers in this event. Micah McRae, John David McRae for Lees-McRae. There's just lots of McRaes here. And Luke Harmon for LR. Micah spells it M-C-R-E-A. John David spells it M-C-C-R-A-Y. And the school is M-C-R-A-E. So just going to have to use the first names here. Micah's seating time, 3 minutes 50 seconds in this one. He's on the top. John David McRae's in the middle in lane 4 for Lees-McRae, and Luke Harmon in lane 5 for LR. So Micah is at the top of your screen as they start with the butterfly. You are watching this presentation of the Bluegrass Mountain Swimming Conference on the Bear Sports Network, presented by our friends at MBA Roofing. Glad you're with us on this Friday afternoon inside Shuford Pool. First of 2 dual meets in a row at home for the Bears. There are only 2 home meets of this 2021-22 swim season. Micah, as I mentioned, who has pulled out a very comfortable lead here. He's the first male swimmer to qualify for the national meet in the 200 and 400 individual medley. Obviously, this is the 400 individual medley that you see here. The 100 and 200 breaststroke. And last year at the annual Bears Choice Awards, which is basically the LR Athletic Department's version of the Oscars, was named Male Athlete of the Year. And there is certainly, if you're a fan of LR Athletics, you know he had a lot of competition in that category, but he's so impressive, as you see. He's not going to have much trouble today, barring something catastrophic, as he's into the breaststroke now, which is his best individual swimming event, I'd say. So now the freestyle for Micah. 2 more lengths of the pool. Don't forget, after this race, we have our break, and we will be talking to the seniors. So just down and back for Micah McRae. This is one of Micah's NCAA events, and he is dominant again today. A win in the 400-yard individual medley, 4 minutes, 5 seconds for Micah. Nice and easy swim for him today. Race for second now. John David McRae from Lees-McRae, just about a body length ahead of Luke Harmon, and he will finish second. But a win for the All-American Micah in this event. So we will take a 10-minute break from swimming, and in this time, we are going to be talking to some of the seniors. Elizabeth Bowman first. So as we get her set to go,
they're going to interview us.
all right, there's Elizabeth Bowman. Happy to be with her here today on the Bears Sports Network. Happy Senior Day, Elizabeth. Good win for you guys in the 400-yard medley relay today. But let's just talk about Senior Day. You're going to be back next year swimming, but it's just kind of a sentimental day today. Obviously, you guys don't get that many home meets, so to be able to have this day at home with, I'm sure, family and friends here and watching at home, what does it all mean to you?
It's just extra special to have my mom and dad here, especially for like the COVID season. Like, it's just nice to see people in the stands, and it means a lot to, I know all the swimmers, especially the seniors, to have people come out and cheer for us and watch us in this senior meet.
And another home one tomorrow, so kind of the big weekend for LR swimming. So you're coming back next year using your COVID year. What was kind of your decision-making process to come back?
Well, academically, I wanted to get my master's, and I was like, well, if I have an extra year, I might as well use it to swim and compete and represent LR one more time.
Can you think, I know this, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but can you think of a favorite memory of LR swimming?
I have a lot of favorite memories, but this past season in Florida, I got to break the women's 500 freestyle record, and that was just an awesome moment because we put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, and it's just so refreshing to see that work come forth and just like be able to have a good time and have fun with it and put my name up on that scoreboard. So,
Elizabeth Bowman, one of the seniors being honored today here inside Schufert Pool. Elizabeth, congrats on a great career that's not even close to being done yet.
Thank you.
All right, we will talk to All right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Cool.
hear you.
Up next is Lauren Mule, one of the seniors here for LR. And Lauren, I'm going to ask you about the same questions that I asked Elizabeth, but
Okay.
Senior Day has arrived. I mean, it's been a weird few years here with COVID and stopping and starting. So what does it mean to you to just get to this day and be able to celebrate your career?
It really means a lot because I guess I wasn't sure if I was going to swim before college. So it's exciting that it's here and we've made it despite everything.
Yeah, so you're from around here, Hudson,
I am.
just north of Hickory. What about this program made you decide to stay so close to home to swim?
Well, I grew up swimming for Paul.
Sure.
So I swam with him forever, and he's just been the best coach, the most supportive. So I couldn't imagine not swimming with him.
What is the sentimental value of today with, I'm sure, family here, friends watching at home? What does it mean for you to just be able to finish things off? I mean, lots of season left. It's kind of weird to have Senior Day with so much ahead of you yet this year, but what does today mean to you?
It does mean a lot because I do get to have all my friends and my family here to watch me and support me, but it means a lot.
This is kind of putting you on the spot, but do you have a favorite memory of LR swimming?
I would say the Florida meets that we go to.
That's what your teammates said too.
It's just too good not to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren. Thanks so much, and congrats on a great career that's not close to being done yet.
Thank you.
There's Coach Paul. Kimberly Scheiber up next. Hey, Kimberly, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. So, you made it to Senior Day. I mean, the past few years, with COVID and starting and stopping, and now you finally get to your senior day. What does it mean to be able to have this day with your teammates and friends and family and all of that?
Yeah, obviously it means a lot to be here today. The first 2 years we had a regular senior day.
Sure.
Last year was a little bit different, and I remember the first year that we had senior day, and I didn't even realize it, but I had been looking forward to this day ever since, and so it just means a lot being here, being able to swim at home and compete. It means a lot.
So we saw the camera caught that little moment between you and Coach Paul. Can you talk about what he's meant to you in your time here?
I mean, everything, really. It's so amazing to have such a great relationship to your coach and being able to share a lot of personal moments and a lot of successful moments, a lot of hard times, but being able to be open and just sharing a lot with him is truly amazing. And I don't think every college athlete can say that about themselves.
That's really, really nice. I know you've done so much in your career here, but can you think of a favorite moment in your time swimming for LR?
Yeah, definitely. I was actually just talking to Coach about something that I had said to him, and that was freshman year. I came here, and it wasn't really normal for me to hear an anthem every time before a sport event.
Okay.
So that's always a favorite, I have to say. And then, swimming-wise, really, I had a great sophomore year meet in Florida where I swim really well and qualified for nationals. So swimming-wise, that's a favorite. My roommate Elizabeth just broke the 500 free record this past December, and that was really a favorite memory also. It's just, there's so many. Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you with that. Kimberly Schreiber, what a great career that's not close to being done yet. Still lots to do this year. Thanks so much for your time, and congrats on a good career.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was some fun conversations with the female senior swimmers today for the Bears. We're still in our break, and we will take a short break as coming up after this break we have the girls 100-yard butterfly next on the Bear Sports Network. All right, time to roll after the first break. Girls 100-yard butterfly down and back twice. Anna Johnson from Lees-McRae in lane 2. Liz Bowman, who we just talked to, in lane 3. And Dana Watson, also from LR, in lane 5. Johnson with about a half body length lead here after first pass. Johnson ahead. Bowman making a late push, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. And Anna Johnson just barely squeaks it out as Bowman made a very late push there. But Johnson wins it with the time of 1 minute .89, and Bowman just behind her, 101.04. So just over a tenth of a second difference in that event. But Anna Johnson takes the win for Lees-McRae. And John Ryan will be the only bear in the pool for this event, right there in the middle. One of the seniors today, going against Cooper Gobble from Lees-McRae and Carson Cross, both from the Bobcats. Ryan in the middle, flanked by his two competitors on the outside. Ryan, the senior from Cummings, Georgia. His sophomore season broke the school record in this event. Off we go. As I said, Ryan in the middle, the first 25. Very close between him, Gobble, and Cross. John also part of the leadership team of this program for head coach Paul Schiffel. And in one of his big events, John Ryan takes the win in the 100-yard butterfly here on Senior Day. So next up is the girls 100-yard freestyle. Carly Godfrey from LR in lane 1. Lucia Ruckji in lane 2 from Lees-McRae. Kiana Taylor lane 3 for the Bears. Tate Abbott, who already won the 50-yard freestyle today, in lane 4. Anna Harshaw for the Bears in lane 5. Based on these seating times, this should be a very close race. Tate Abbott comes in with the lowest seating time, 53.38. Just behind her is Taylor at 54.52. Abbott in the lead right now. And Tate Abbott has a sweep as there's the race for second is very close and won by Ruckte from LMC. So they take the top 2 spots in this one. Abbott 53.22. Ruckte second, 55.89. Taylor third, 56.13. Anna Harshaw fourth, 59.38. So, in the 2 freestyle events so far, the 50 and the 100, Tate Abbott from Lees-McRae has been the winner in both. Now for the men. Noah Martin from LR in lane 1. Cooper Hoagland for Lees-McRae, lane 2. Spencer Ashby, the freestyle specialist for the Bears, in lane 3. He is the highest seed in this event, followed closely by Caleb Eidson from Lees-McRae. Eidson about 0.7 of a second behind Ashby in the seeding time in this event. And Corden Schrum from LR, the freshman, down closest to us in lane 5. So here we go. Bears trying to win this event on the men's side after Lees-McRae took it on the women's. And Ashby out to a modest lead after the first 50. Eidson right behind him. It's a 2-horse race here. Ashby about a half a body length ahead there, as you see. And Spencer Ashby, after a late push from Eidson, holds him off and wins the 100-yard freestyle here on Senior Day. 48.08 for Ashby. 0.8 of a second ahead of Eidson. Corden Schrum finished third, 0.3 of a second ahead of Cooper Hoagland for Lees-McRae. And now we move quickly right into the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Guillermina Wrench is the highest seed in this event for Lees-McRae. She's down in lane 4. Emily Harness right behind her for the Bears in lane 3. We're cruising right along here. Well over halfway done with this duel between Lenoir-Rhyne and Lees-McRae. Emily Harness, the freshman from Pickerington, Ohio. Is in second to Wrench after the first 50. Trying to hold off Candace Kennedy in lane 2. Abigail Chapman in lane 1 for the Bears. Grayson Breedlove in lane 5. Wrench comfortably in the lead, so she will win the 100-yard backstroke in harness with a solid second-place finish. Candace Kennedy in third. Wrench wins with a time of 1 minute 2.98 seconds. Harness just under 2 seconds behind her, 104.78. So the Bobcats take that event. Now we move on to the men, where senior Jacob Green is by far the highest seeded swimmer in this event. 49.64 is his seed time. Next behind him is Chase Davis from Lees-McRae. He'll be in lane 4. Green will be in lane 3. Angel Lopez Arredondo for LR is in lane 1. Stephen Bandy for Lees-McRae, lane 2. Green in lane 3. Davis in lane 4. Trey Cisco for LR in lane 5. And Aaron Van Nosteren for Lees-McRae in lane 6. So here we go. Jacob Green is the school record holder at LR in this event. Also a member of the 200-400 medley relay record-breaking teams, the 200-400 freestyle relay record teams. On the leadership team for Paul, on the dean's list. Can't really come up with a better student athlete than Jacob Green. Already out to a big lead here. And Jacob Green, on his senior day, wins his second event of the day, this time in the 100-yard freestyle. Take a look at the Spangler replay. Jacob's finish. The best backstroker in this event in school history. All our replays on the Bears Sports Network presented by Spangler Restoration. So now, one of the long ones, 500-yard freestyle coming up. Girls first. After the boys event, or after the boys swim in this event, pardon me, we will have another break, and we will be talking to the 3 male seniors for LR here on the Bears Sports Network. So in the 500-yard freestyle, we have got Isabel Hurd in lane 1 for LR, Candace Kennedy in lane 2 for Lees-McRae, Lisa Bornigan who is the school record holder in this event. In lane 3, Taylor Simmons for Lees-McRae. In lane 4, Madeline Blackwell for LR. In lane 5, closest to the camera. So if you're ever confused about the lanes, they count up towards the camera. So 1 is the furthest away, 2 the second furthest, and so on. So this is one of those events where they have to have helpers down on this near side. You see them holding the numbers in the pool so the swimmers can keep track of how many times they've gone down and back, because especially in a 25-yard pool, in a 500-yard race, when you're swimming, it can be kind of difficult to remember exactly how many times you need to go down and back. So Lisa Bornigan with a comfortable 3 body length lead right now over Taylor Simmons from Lees-McRae, who's in the white cap there. Still staying in frame with Lisa, which for a lot of people is a pretty impressive feat itself. Don't forget, after the men's 500-yard freestyle, which is directly after this event, we'll be talking to the 3 male seniors today. So Bornigan in first. Simmons in second. Madeline Blackwell in third. Well ahead of the rest of the pack. Isabel Hurd in fourth, up at the top. Bornigan starting to create a little bit more separation between herself and Simmons. And now this is where Lisa Bornigan really turns it up, is late in these races. Seems to just get stronger as the race goes on. 3 lengths left for Lisa. You hear the bell ring, so 1 more down and back. For Lisa. Native of Germany, just a junior, so all of her accomplishments have been in her first 2 years so far And you've got to imagine that she has a heck of a lot ahead of her. Lisa Bornigan by a mile in the 500-yard freestyle. Here's a Spangler replay of Lisa's finish. So Taylor Simmons in second, Maddie Blackwell in third for LR, Isabel Hurd in fourth. So Bears take 3 out of the 4 spots in this event. So now it's the men's turn. Noah Martin from LRU in lane 1. John David McRae for Lees-McRae in lane 2. We've got the McRae race again. Micah in lane 3 for the Bears as they're off. Thomas Ware for Lees-McRae in lane 4. Micah Grigg for the Bears in lane 5. So we got a full house here with Aaron Van Nostrand for Lees-McRae in lane 6. Micah just a junior, who, as I mentioned earlier, has been swimming for Paul Schiffel since youth. You heard Lauren Mule talk about that in her interview. She's from Hudson, North Carolina, which is about 15 minutes northwest of Hickory, so very close. And Paul Schiffel talked about that the other day, how a lot of his recruiting strategy is through the youth swimming programs. And Paul said the other day, I taught Micah how to swim. And so even though Micah was attractive to a lot of other schools because of the relationship that Paul had built throughout Micah's youth and the fact that he's been his coach since he really started swimming seriously, was a big factor in Micah's decision to stay right here at home in Hickory, where he is from. Already a big lead for him over John David McRae, who is 1 lane above him in lane 2. Bit of a crowd in the 3rd and 4th place runs right now. Micah Grigg for the Bears currently running in 3rd place. reigning Bear Male Athlete of the Year. And as I mentioned in Micah's last race, that is quite a feat considering the athletic year that LR had last school year. But Micah's performance right up there with the best of them. So John David McRae running in second still for the Bobcats. As Micah this is his last pass as you hear the bell ring. See the red on the board. Means one more length. And the two All-Americans for the Bears, Bornigan and McRae, impressive as ever in the 500-yard freestyle. 4 minutes, 45 seconds for Micah this time around. John David McRae in second. Micah Grigg finishes third, 3 seconds ahead of Thomas Ware. So a first and a third place for LR in this 500-yard freestyle. Take a look at the Spangler replay of Micah's finish. So that takes us to our next break. And we'll be talking to the senior male swimmers for the Bears coming up in just a couple minutes on the Bear Sports Network. All right, welcome back to the Bears Sports Network. Happy to be joined now by LR senior John Ryan, who is celebrating his senior day today. John, congrats on a great day already. Congrats on a great season so far. What emotions are you feeling today on senior day?
Excitement, for sure. We're approaching the end. Definitely got to make every single one count now.
So, you know, you've been through a pandemic. You've been through kind of stop and start. What does it mean to you to just kind of get to this day and be able to celebrate it properly?
Oh, everything. I think the uncertainty of last year made everybody a little bit nervous coming into this year, and I think that we're all definitely super, super thankful that we are getting all the way through without any hitches.
So what do you hope for the rest of this season for you and the team?
To have fun. I just kind of want to go out having a good time because I came in having a great time, and I'd like to leave on the same note.
Do you have a favorite LR swimming memory?
Hard to pick one.
Yeah, kind of putting you on the spot here.
Definitely hard to pick one. It'd probably be something not in the pool, believe it or not.
Of course.
I think it'd be probably playing like snow football. Like when we had the huge snowstorm my freshman year. We had like a week off of classes, week off of practice, and we played football in the snow. It was a good time.
The snow shuts everything down here in the South. John
It
Ryan,
does.
congrats on making it to senior day and a great career.
Thank you so much. Shout out Kelsey. I love you.
Got to get that in. Jacob Green next. Already a couple of wins today. And Jacob, it's been a decorated career for you, but what sentimental value does senior day have for you today?
I think it's just it's like the last time we get to swim here as a team, and I get to be with all my teammates, so it's pretty important to me. I know it was important to all the other seniors that we've sent off, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it today.
What does it mean to be able to do it in a regular way? Because, the past couple of years have been a lot of uncertainty, so to be able to do it properly, that's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it's great. Last year was kind of crazy. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Right.
But, yeah, it's great to be back to normal for the most part.
What do you hope for the rest of your swimming career? Obviously, today isn't the end, but what do you hope for the rest of this season?
Hopefully it's a good season. It goes off without any hitches, and maybe a trip to nationals. Not sure.
That would be a good way to end it. Do you have, not to put you on the spot here, but can you name a favorite memory?
I think all the meets together, just as an event, I guess. There's not one that's better than the other. That's my favorite part of swimming. So,
outside of the pool, just as important as in the pool. Mm-hmm. Jacob Green, congrats on a great career and a great performance today.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Cisco.
That's me.
So, this is it. This is your last home weekend. Tomorrow's the last home meet. What emotions come to mind when you hear that?
I mean, it's bittersweet. I've been here for 4 years swimming, so, knowing that I won't be able to do this next year is, it's painful, but at the same time, I'm so excited not to have to get up at 6 a.m. anymore.
Yeah, some parts of it you're not going to miss, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, I've asked the other guys this. The last couple years has been kind of stop and start with COVID and all the craziness that's brought, but what does it mean to you to be able to kind of get sent off into the sunset today in a proper senior day fashion?
It makes me feel like a real cowboy, having everybody here cheering me on, the family, the friends, some of my mentors are here. It's just a really wholesome and sweet experience, just savoring every second I can get.
You wrote down on your senior day sheet here that your plan is to get your MBA and make some money. So how are you going to be making that money?
However I can, man. LR is a great school. It's got a great academic program. Thankfully, the Bridges to Dreams program has given me all the tools I need to succeed in my professional career.
Can you narrow it down to one favorite memory in your time swimming for LR?
The past 4 years, like you said, has gone by. They've got kind of all amalgamated into one for me. I have to say my favorite memory has got to be getting to know everybody on the men's team and absolutely stomping Mars Hill at this pool last year.
Gotta love it. William Cisco, congrats on a great career and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, sir.
All right, one more break, and then
Hey, where do I need to put this?
Right there is good, my man. one more break. That's live television for you, folks. One more break, and then the rest of Lees-McRae and Lenoir-Rhyne coming up on the Bear Sports Network. All right, our last break is done. We're ready to roll in the 100-yard breaststroke for the girls. Men coming up next after this. Carly Godfrey from LR in lane 1. Dana Watson in lane 2. Kimberly Scheiber in lane 3. Fanny Corbett from Lees-McRae in lane 4. Lauren Mule from LR in lane 5. So 2 of the 3 seniors. Mary Palmer also from Lees-McRae in lane 6. So a full house here in the pool. So 2 out of the 3 seniors for the Bears swimming here. So just 2 down and back in this 100-yard event. And it's a close one between Scheiber and Corbett. Scheiber just a little bit ahead on the last turn. This might be our closest result of the day. Scheiber pulling away at the end. It's going to be close. Corbett making a push on her senior day. Scheiber takes the win in the 100-yard breaststroke by about half a second over Corbett. Take a look at the finish there on the Spangler replay. About a half-second difference between Scheiber and Corbett. Now off we go in the men's. John Ryan. Angel Lopez Arndado on the outside. Carson Cross from Lees-McRae, the only Bobcat in the water in this race. He's in the yellow cap. Comfortable lead for Ryan after the first 50. John, you just saw him on the Bears Sports Network during the break. Kind of him to give us some time right before his race. And he is pulling away. And John Ryan, in the 100-yard breaststroke, takes the dub on his senior day. There's the finish for John. All our replays presented by Spangler Restoration, proud sponsor of the Bears Sports Network. So now, got our first relay in a while coming up. 200-yard freestyle relay. So, down and back for 4 people. So the LR team, led off by Emily Harness, Madeline Blackwell second, Anna Harshaw third, Isabel Hurd fourth, Lees-McRae, Lucia Ruckty first, Taylor Simmons second, Anna Johnson third, and Tate Abbott, who has taken the win today in both the 50 and 100-yard freestyle for the Bobcats, is the anchor for So this is a fun race because obviously it's fairly universally agreed upon that the 50-yard freestyle is maybe the most exciting race in swimming because of its nature of needing to be a sprint. So it's basically 4 of those, and Lees-McRae slightly ahead right now as Taylor Simmons is in the pool. Madeline Blackwell for the Bears trying to gain on her. Blackwell on the left, Simmons on the right. Harshaw and Johnson, the battle of the Annas on the third leg underway. And a good push out of the water there for Harshaw off the jump. She's gained on Anna Johnson. See if she can on this second turn. Johnson with a good second length of the pool to hold on to the lead for Lees-McRae for now, with their anchor, Tate Abbott, in the water. Isabel Hurd for the Bears. Abbott has a very bright future in this event if today's any indicator. And she has only widened the gap. So Lees-McRae will bounce back after they lost a few events in a row with a win here in the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. Team of Lucia Ruckty, Taylor Simmons, Anna Johnson, and Tate Abbott victorious in this event. So now, time for the men, and this is it. This is our last event of the day. 200-yard freestyle relay. Noah Martin, Micah Grigg, Corden Schrum, Luke Harmon. For the Bears, Cooper Gobble, John David McRae, Stephen Bandy, and Caleb Eidson for the Bobcats. Our final event of this senior day duel today between the Bears and the Bobcats. Off we go. Noah Martin, Cooper Gobble in the pool right now. Gobble off to a good start on the first 25. And now John David McRae, who hung with Micah McRae for a while in the 500-yard freestyle, but Micah, being the All-American that he is, pulled away in the end. Stephen Bandy now dives in for the Bobcats. Corden Schrum for the Bears. The lead is only increasing now as Eidson's in the pool. And Lees-McRae will take the final event of the day. The team of Gobble, McRae, Bandy, and Eidson a win with a time of 1 minute 30 seconds in the 200-yard freestyle relay. It's a narrow, and as the team results are in, it is a narrow 97-83 victory for the Bears on the women's side. And the Bears take the win on the men's side as well, 114-62, a lot more comfortable. But 2 wins for the Bears today over Lees-McRae. Can't think of a better way to send off the 6 seniors. Senior Day dual meet win for both the Bear women and men. Women 97-83 over the Bobcats, and the men 114-62. Don't forget, the Bears are right back at home tomorrow as Queens comes in. It'll be a great challenge for the Bears tomorrow, 1 p.m. It was originally a 10 a.m. start. 1 p.m. start time tomorrow between the Royals and the Bears. Right back here in this pool, right back here on this network, the Bears Sports Network. Glad you spent part of your Friday afternoon with us today, and we hope to see you right back here tomorrow. 2 wins for the Bears over Lees-McRae on Senior Day in Hickory.